want to give us a quick introduction of who you are?
Yeah, my name is Rendah, or Kobe. I'm a drum and bass D&B producer, DJ from Devon. That's pretty much my backstory.
Nice and succinct. Right, so what's your go-to Subway order?
Subway, so what you do is you get chicken and bacon, lettuce, onions, sweet corn, garlic mayo, and then you just put it in the bin, because it's crap.
I mean, yeah, fairs. No, I rate that.
Yeah, I don't like Subway.
So, taking it back to start, how did you get into D&B and like who were your influences sort of coming into it?
That's a good question. My siblings, I've got two older siblings, not two, but yeah, they're older than me by like, I don't want to get this wrong, because last time I answered this, he grilled me because I said he was 38 and he wasn't.
Yeah, that's the age where people do get a little bit sensitive to it as well.
Don't grill me on this, bro, but he might be 38 now.
Right.
I don't know. But then I've got a sister who's like 2 years younger. So they used to go out raving all the time. They like got me into drum and bass. So yeah, growing up around them, listening to it.
So were they producing as well then? Or was it just they just liked the music?
Yeah, they were just like, I don't want to say punters, but they were punters.
Yeah.
It was like, yeah, they introduced me to it because he's always playing it and stuff.
So where did you make that leap then from listening to it with your siblings to then going, do you know what, I'm going to start making it?
Way down the line. So I'd say from the age of like 10, 12, I was introduced to it through them, and I would just listen to like, I remember it vividly, like on the bus, Andy C tunes on. Remember them old YouTube?
The old
apps?
Yes.
And you have like the YouTube songs on this app, and you could just like cache them.
It was that in like UKF as well with like
So loads of Andy C tunes on like the yellow UKF. So I was listening to like tunes like that, and then I got into it through that, and then I had one other mate called Dylan. Big up Dylan. And it was just me and him at school that would really like D&B. Like we would go on drives when I learnt to drive, and we would like listen to D&B, like old Warhead.
Yes. Shout out Warhead.
Yeah,
shout out Warhead.
I can't remember the no, what's it called?
Friction Burn. No, it was the Friction Burn was the main one.
Yeah, there's that one, but then there's the one that's like bam 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 bam. It's like Stepper or something.
Yeah.
I don't know, I'm really butchering it. It probably doesn't look good, but it doesn't matter. I know the tune, the melody's in my head.
Warhead.
So it doesn't matter.
If you don't know Warhead, honestly, listen to Warhead, like he's sick.
Yeah, so it doesn't matter. But anyway, so from that point, I'd say 3 years later is when I thought, I'll give producing a try, and then 4 years later now is where I'm at.
Yeah, well, so extension to that. So Get Lonely was August 23.
Was it?
That's the research we do.
Coming up
and then also Rocker, Jan 2024.
Rocker,
Do you think that those are like your breakthrough tunes, or do you think there was like another moment where you were like, okay, now I've started to become like a bit of a name in the scene?
Definitely Get Lonely. I mean, that I was actually at what's the venue that shut down in London called?
Printworks.
The
big long one.
Printworks, and I remember I sent my tune to Kelvin, and I remember being at Printworks, and all I heard was, and I was like, what? And I was really gassed, and from there, Kelvin was like, look, I really want to sign a tune, and I was like, have it, bro, have it, and from there,
Yeah, you're not going to be like, right, okay,
I know.
Do you know what, Kelvin, I don't think you're quite...
Might put it on a dub pack, bro. Pretty much, but so... That tune definitely did bits, I'd say, because I remember Boomtown, it got rinsed, it got played on Origin, and I seen Sub Focus playing it. So
Was that for the grey back-to-back Crossy? Did they play?
Nah, Calix played it on Origin.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wasn't even there for it, and someone sent me a video, and I was like, "You're joking me, bro."
Just go. I should have bought tickets.
No, I was there, but I went home early. Yeah, I know. Loser, bro.
So, mention Get Lonely and Rocker. My personal favourite tune of yours is your remix of Zapier's tune.
Let You Know.
That's my favourite one. So, with all your tunes, sort of, what's your creative process that goes into making tunes? Like, do you sort of like treat it like a 9 to 5, where you sit down for a certain period of time making tunes, or is it sort of like you hear something and then you start want to make tunes?
That's a tough question, because with me anyway, personally, with music, making music, I've got to be really motivated because some.
This is why we don't normally do them outside.
Yeah, but it's fun. No, my creative process is very, I don't know if it's different to anyone else, but I've got to be really motivated to make something, like, not in like a bad way, but if I myself am feeling lazy, I'll stop, because I know it's just going to turn out rubbish. Exactly, I don't get lazy, yeah.
VIP.
But it can depend. Like, my creative process can come from anything. It can come from something I found on Instagram, or lovely splice sample, or just anything. It could be a melody that I've heard on the radio, and I'm like, oh. And then I remember parts of it, and I take bits of it. But yeah, really, man, like making a drum loop that I'm happy with, and then just messing about in Serum, just fucking about with the knobs and shit, and it's, yeah. Something sick sound comes out of it, and then I'll roll with it. If not, I'm just like, oh, I'll save it and then never go back to it.
Yeah.
Basically.
So it's like a massive hollow, like works in progress. Just
Pretty
like,
much,
yeah.
bro. I said to myself, just quickly, that I would bounce out like these like 16 to 8 bar ideas. Never done it. Just never done it.
I went to a masterclass at Ben, and it was Khan. He was saying like he actually uses like Ableton to make his loops, and then like Logic to actually put the whole tunes together.
Oh,
so,
really?
Like, that could be a fun,
okay.
fun little.
Maybe when I got enough money, I'll do that.
Yeah, mate. Price stores.
In it, yeah.
So, who would be 3 producers and 3 vocalists that you'd most want to work with? They could be part of drum and bass, not part of drum and bass, alive, dead. Just who would be 3 people that you'd most want to work with, like producers and vocalists?
Okay. Fun fact, I don't really listen to any other music apart from drum and bass.
Yeah.
But I have started taking to 80s music. For some reason, I don't know, I like the melodies.
Right.
Weird. I've been big on my melodies lately, but producers, 100% Boo. All day, every day, he's like, who my brother introduced me to is Boo, the Brucey You and I remix.
Tune.
I used to rinse that just every time I would play on a set of decks, even a controller. So Boo, Turno.
Yeah.
I'm already working with Turno.
Ah.
I mean, we got some vibes going. So Turno.
Feature on the game
Yeah,
time set.
we haven't got anything solid 100% yet, but
Right,
you know,
touch wood.
talks to there. Nothing's wood here, but apart from that, but it doesn't matter. And third producer, I'm gonna say Slips, because I'd say me and Slips are really, really close, and really, really close. We talk often, and I just think Slips is a really nice guy.
That'd be a sick collab.
Yeah, like for me, I'd say in the studio, I've got to really like gel with someone.
Yeah.
Because.
Oh, so that's interesting, because we like normally it's just when people are like, oh, I'd love to work with this person because I love them, but you're actually thinking, I think that in a studio session it'd be quite a cool.
Yeah.
That's all right.
Because
yeah, I like that.
I'm not shy in a sense.
Yeah.
After maybe a couple of them, I'm all right.
Sponsored by Red Stripe.
Yeah, but when I first meet someone, I'm a bit not standoffish, but I'm like, I don't know where my boundaries are, so I don't want to push it or take the piss too much. But with Slips, it was just like,
natural.
He's like, yo, pussy, what you saying? I'm like, yes, you're fucking bellend, what are you going on about? And all that. So I think in the studio, we'd vibe, and like, he's straight up. If you don't like something, you don't beat around the bush. He's like, nah, I don't like that. And I'm cool with that. And vice versa, it works the same, because we've made a tune on FaceTime, and he's like, bro, this ain't working. So, and then, yeah, it just goes like that. But what was the other bit? 3 vocalists.
3 vocalists.
So, 100% Comma.
Yeah.
Me and Comma already have a tune in the works, but I've been sending Comma tunes, Comedy for ages, like, just music, and he's like...
His grime stuff as well, from back in the day.
I'll tell you what, right, just a tangent, it's not really, right? Comma is one of the best artists I know, like, genuinely. He doesn't just spit, he makes his own beats. And me and Comma are really good mates now, and he's sending me tunes on the daily, like what he's making D&B, he's making 140, he's making grime, and I'm just like, bro, just chuck all of these out. You don't even need a release, just chuck them out, and they'll do bits. Like, genuinely, Comma's sick. Don't sleep on Comma. But second, Trigger.
Yeah.
Just because, better than.
Especially working with Boo as well, like, it's nice little...
Yeah, I think the thing for me is, like, that's that pure nostalgia.
Yeah.
Like, them two together is just, like, mental. Third vocalist, definitely Emily Mackis. Definitely
Also
Emily
very,
Mackis.
yeah, very good shout.
Yeah, just because that tune I done with Nersha, it made me realise how much I like working with female artists.
Yeah.
I've never really had this like tune that I've worked with a female artist where I'm like, yes, this is like the one. But with Nersha, she come round to the studio, and we were like working on this tune together. We were building the vibe, and it was like, yeah, this is sick.
Well, that was gonna be a later question. Like, how did that come about? Like, did you just like, was it like chatting in the DMs, like, let's just make a tune together, and then like?
So it's on my Beatport interview actually. If you want to go check that out.
Yeah, this is better than Beatport.
But no, so basically I put on my story one day. I was like, any female vocalists down to work on a tune, and she replied. And obviously, I'd never met her at this point, and I was like, oh, she sings as well. I was like, all right. So we went to the studio, worked on some other bits, like way before Losing Control, and I was like, oh shit, she can sing. Fair play. But they're probably not going to see the light. But then since then we've become quite good friends, and she comes down like semi-often, like down to the studio, and we work on bits. And I showed her this one tune. I got a vocal from Splice on it.
Yeah.
And she was like,
always a good little way to sort of like plan a tune. Just like
you build a vibe off it. But anyway, I was happy with it. I was just gassed. I was like, check this out. And she was like, you know, someone else has used that.
Yeah.
And I was like, fuck. Sick.
So it more just sounded like, don't worry.
Yeah.
I've got so far.
Well, she was like, let me sing on it. And I was like, because I don't know if anyone else get this, but when I make a tune, I'm like, no changes. I like the way it sounds.
Hello. Fucking
I like the way it sounds.
Family.
What are you saying? You good? Yeah. And what was I saying? Oh yeah, I like the vibe. So we got Bert on the camera. We're gonna have some mad interludes. Let's get a quick photo. No, they're pissing around.
Right. So
anyway, so I was like hesitant, but then I thought, yeah, fine, let's try it, and then it turned out to be a banger.
Yeah.
So,
And then what, did you send it to Crucast then? Was it like something like you were like,
So-
I think Crucast would like this, or did they hear it?
No, I didn't know who to send it to, and I had a manager at the time, and he showed Laz Crew from Crucast, and he messaged me, because I would already send him some tunes, and he was like, I'm not really feeling any of these, and I was like, all right, that's cool, it's cool. He was like, what about that Lose Control tune though? And I was like, yeah, let's go for it then, let's go for it.
A bit like Warner Rose,
Kind of.
Go on then.
Yeah, 100%. So yeah, I mean, Crucast is probably the best home it could have gone to as well, really. So, yeah.
Where was your first ever live show and how did that go? Throwing it right back.
I don't even know, you know. That's a while ago. I know where it was, I just don't know when.
Well, how did it go?
It's just
Can you remember it?
Yeah, this is back when I used to mix minimal. And I don't mix... Anyone who knows me now is far from minimal. All you minimal heads, yeah? Check my minimal.
Bit of Jam Thieves, like...
Yeah, Jam Thieves, Spy, all of them vibes. But it was at a festival in my hometown.
Well, your first ever show was a festival.
Festival. It's like a 2-day thing, and they had like D&B for 1 day.
Yeah.
And I got on that, and I opened, and bro, I was shitting bollocks. Like, I still shit bollocks now DJing, because it's just, I'm more of a producer, I reckon, than a DJ. Like, I love DJing, and I got the best blends ever. But at that point, that was my first show. I had used a controller the whole time. Not proud of it, but the whole time, it was my first time on CDJs, but I did smash it.
Yeah.
I clanged.
So there was no
once.
like pirate beforehand, it was literally like...
There's nothing where I'm from, bro. There's no pirate, no nothing, it's, you gotta do it yourself.
So, what's one thing that you'd like to take out of the drum and bass scene, and what's one thing that you'd like to put into the drum and bass scene?
Wow, that's an interesting question. I got to think smart about this. I would take social media out of the drum and bass scene.
Oh, okay.
I'm not being an old man. But I am.
So in the sense of like, for like DJ comps, like who gets most likes, or is it just like in general, just like...
It's just like the broad spectrum of it. I think it's the hate that punters give other DJs, which...
Fuck those people, by the way.
Well, yeah, I don't know.
It's just unnecessary, isn't it?
It is unnecessary because considering what the scene is like built up from, and if you go back all the way to like the jungle roots and all that stuff, it was never about hating on someone for
a sound or a style.
Well,
like,
not even that. Like a sound or a way someone dances or whatever. But then at the same time, social media is quite good for it.
It's a useful tool.
It's a very useful tool, but I personally don't like social media. It's not...
So you take out the shittiness of social media?
I take out the shittiness, yeah, and I take out like the trying to get views and the yeah. I don't know how to put it.
Yeah.
It's like not a popularity contest.
Almost like taking out the ego almost a bit, like...
Yeah, like no one needs an ego, man. Like you make music because you like music, and if other people like your music, then cool, that's cool. And if it gets popular, cool. Don't try and chase popularity because it's not how you do it.
And one thing that you sort of put into the scene?
Me. No, I don't know. I think it's got so many good things about it, and I don't really think it needs changing, to be honest.
Yeah.
I think it's perfect the way it is. I've loved it since I was 10 years old. So, and that's not even going raving. That's just the music aspect. And then when I found raving, it's like, yeah, this is what I like. This is my thing. So, it doesn't need changing. It doesn't need anything else in it. It's good enough.
So a recurring question that we got is about mental health.
Yeah.
So it's about what if you've got any like tips or tricks that sort of you use when times are feeling shitty or just anything about it. Just trying to build a conversation up about it.
Yeah, 100%. Like there's loads of days where I feel like shit, and it's not even music related. Like I'll wake up some days and I'm like, fuck man, I can't be asked to get out of bed, but. When I used to live with Bert as well, I always used to say to him, like, the best thing to do is get out of bed. And it sounds stupid. It does sound stupid, but it's not. Because I find when you get out of bed and say you have a shower, you brush your teeth, you feel good then, and then you cook yourself breakfast, and then say you don't have stuff to do, say it's the weekend, you go, right, I'm going to go on a walk. That releases dopamine, and then you initially feel good. And I always find the best way to come out of a depression state is to do something that you find difficult.
Yeah.
And I know it seems impossible at the time, but once you do it, it's like it's not that hard. And this is for everybody out there as well. Get off your phone. Genuinely, get off your phone. This is why I said about the whole social media thing. I take it out because this scene isn't about like looking at other people's likes or who's making the best tune or whatever. It's about like the love and just the vibe in general. I've gone off topic, but social media in general, I think, really fucks with your mental health big time because it makes you look at other people's positives and think, why is that not me? But I do it. I only post my positives. I don't say like when a bird shat on me or like when I've crashed my car or something like that. Do you know what I mean? Or when something's happened that's negative. Why would you post that? So you only see people's positives, and all you're consuming is other people's positives.
Yeah, so you can set like false expectations.
Yeah, false expectations, of course, yeah, 100%. So, yeah, I'd say that's like my two main things. I'd also say going to the gym. Like, I didn't go to the gym for a very long time, and I used to live on my own, and it made me really depressed. But also music was a therapy, but I found going to the gym and just spending an hour away off my phone, off of like music, off of like anything, and you're focused on something, like it really helps. So even if it's not gym and you're focused on,
it's like you say, we go for a walk. It's just that release of dopamine and get that feel good in you, and then the day's your own.
Yeah, 100%. So I think as long as you're focused on something for a certain amount of time that you feel is benefiting you, and not social media, I think it's a good step in the right direction.
Right, fun one to end it. What's your favourite dub on USB at the moment?
My favourite dub on my USB. Turno, I don't even know what it's called now, but it's
work in progress.
It's the one that goes, finish it, finish him.
Oh, yes.
Finish him. That tune honestly goes down every time. So
I think I've got a clip on my phone, so you might insert that.
Yeah, insert it. If not, I'll try and find a video of me playing it. But yeah. Finish him.
Right. Anything to plug on the end?
I got a tune coming out of comedy on Absurd Records on the 9th of May.
Right.
It's actually a
Is
sheller.
that on all platforms?
Yeah, it will be. Yeah.
On all platforms.
All
So make sure you go buy it.
Yeah.
Right, mate. Thank you so much for that.
Big
At
up,
level.
bro.
Right.